My name's Aditya Jassi. I'm a singer-songwriter. I compose music, I sing, I write, and that's pretty much been my whole life.
Professionally, I am into photography since the last 10 years. I shoot weddings for a living.
I'm basically an Ayurveda doctor and currently working as a senior consultant at an Ayurveda hospital in Tissot.
Roughly about 15-20 years now that I've been collecting watches ever since I had my first sort of income of my own.
It all became very serious by 2018.
I was exposed to watches very early on when I was about 7 or 8 years old, and Dad was collecting watches, and when he told me that this doesn't have battery and it runs forever, I was very curious. I was trying to understand how it works.
And I understood that mechanical watches and how good that they could be in terms of understanding where watchmaking is in terms of engineering, etc.
I was 5 years old when I was really sort of enamored by my dad's watches.
When I look at a watch, a dial is something that effectively strikes, and I look at it as a very integral part of the day for me, where I wrist roll, check the time. I actually do that.
There was something very cool about just flipping your wrist over like that and just seeing the time, and I thought that was very manly and masculine when I was a kid.
For me, it's not just about telling time. It's about the craftsmanship, and it's about the artistry in it.
I genuinely feel it's the aesthetics, because there's so much artistry that goes into making different dials, or how the shape of the dial is gonna sit well on your wrist.
I feel like strap makes or breaks the watch, and today probably I have more straps than I have watches. I have maybe close to about 90-95 straps.
There are watch dials that I simply keep looking at it just to enjoy the beauty of that. For example, the guilloche pattern dials and the Tissot Jungfraubound, it has the mountain etched onto the dial. So these are things which I love.
A watchmaker has to be the most flippant, craziest person in the world, because it requires a lot of self-belief. It's kind of like music, you have to have a lot of self-belief. It's not going to be easy. There's way too much competition, but if you have that sort of faith and belief in it, things going to work.
Then I started to go into micro brands which are on the eastern side of the world, and then it struck me that whatever I get, I like them irrespective. So I started to get into expeditions, multiple dials, white dials, green dials, blue dials.
Each timepiece that I acquire has something behind it, some stories behind it, and it gives you an immense joy.
I feel each timepiece that you buy has to have some sort of a story to it. So obviously I've bought a piece at certain occasions. I've bought a piece wherein I've fulfilled a particular goal or achieved a particular milestone.
When I got my first job, I started working, and 6 months later, I actually got my first increase. As soon as I got that, I remember the same day I drove to Orion Mall, and I was eyeing this Tissot, which had a really, really strange bracelet, the PR516. I can, every time I wear it, it reminds me of that moment where I drove to Orion Mall, my first big sort of purchase.
As a man, as a guy, that is the only EDC that I could probably carry with me. As a person, I am not a person who's looking at carrying too much stuff around, and a watch is something that is very integral to me.
I'm an old soul. Till date I don't enjoy MP3s as much as I enjoy my cassettes and vinyls. I don't have any smartwatches, I don't have any smart bands, none of that. I'm very old school. I feel a watch needs to look like a watch and not a calculator.
I'm a techie, but I'm an old school techie. I don't like screens. Currently I have about 80 plus watches. I feel like this is the only hobby that actually transcends time.
Many of the watches in my collection do have a lot of memories.
So it's 12 years old. It was gifted to me by my dad. The value of it is not in terms of what kind of watch, what movement, what material. It's who gave it and what mattered at that point of time. So I can tell you exactly how I felt it when I wore it, as opposed to my latest piece, though I don't even remember. You know, I bought a watch, I enjoyed it for 2 days, and it's in the box.
My first watch that has seen all my ups and downs in my life so far, and it has been there with me in each and every most important moments of my life.
When I wear a watch today, 15 years later, the same watch gets worn by my son. So it is like a part of you is, moving on to a part of them.
He was a person who loved watches. After my mom passed away, he stopped wearing all this. A couple of months back when I went home, I found this lying and I said, you keep that. So now that is there with me.
My dad's 3 watches that I have today make up more than anything else that I can say about watches. You know, when I wear them, I feel like, okay, a part of him is with me. The most important thing that has brought me is relationships. And today, out of all the friends that I have in life, 80% of them are from the watch world.
If I like a watch, I talk about it. If I like certain parts, I praise them. If I don't, I tell them to the world.
Tissot is where everyone starts their collecting journey.
For any collector, the entry into the luxury segment, the Tissot. And luckily for me, it was the Tissot that I entered into the luxury watches.
It's the most value for money watch I have ever owned. Bang for the buck, great craftsmanship. Every dial that Tissot has is different, it's unique, it's beautiful.
If I have to recommend an upgrade, I will recommend a Tissot first, because I see a lot of value in it as opposed to what you actually end up paying for it.
Sometimes people do say it's a waste of money because it just shows you time and that anything can do. But for me, it's not just about that.
It's like you really have a hobby and you really don't know why that is a hobby. So I just kind of got into it.
It's a great hobby. You just pick up stuff that you like and then it's stuff that stays with you.